Welcome to Late Night Harlem. I am your host, Laurence Anthony, and I'm going to call my dear friend and our West Coast correspondent, Brianna Seagraves.
Hi, Laurence. How are you?
I'm good, Brie. What is going on? West Coast, what's up?
Oh, gosh, it's so good on the West Coast here. I am so glad that you called.
I'm glad I called because whenever I call you, we have some great conversations.
I have convinced our band president, Kennedy of the Kennedy Administration, to come on in. Kennedy!
Yay! Let's party! Hey.
Kennedy, what is going on? How are you?
I'm just happy to be on screen, which I got looking good. Come on, Bree.
Okay, guys, I have maybe a little bit of a dilemma. So this week I got a Peloton bike delivered and I needed to move it to a specific place in my house, but obviously it was a little bit heavy. So I was wondering if I should call one of my late night friends to come over, but I usually don't see them in the daytime. So I'm wondering, have you guys ever brought like a late night friend into the daytime? And like, is it okay? Like, are we really doing this? I mean, it's a quarantine, but you know, I feel like
Oh wow! I mean, kudos to you, Bree, for being financially able to get a Peloton bike. I can't say that I could do that right now. Not no GoFundMe's at the bottom of the screen. I mean, do we have ethics when it comes to late night creeps? You know what I'm saying? Is there spiritual ramifications for bringing them during the day? Like, you know what I'm saying? Does that bother your chakra energy? I mean, how
Worlds are colliding.
They
Worlds
are
are colliding. You cannot bring the late night friend. That's why they're called the late night friend, right? They're not called a daytime friend. If they were a daytime friend, then you'd be having brunch. You'd be walking around in the park at 3 p.m. You'd be on the beach. No. Well, what are you doing?
Yeah, and those are not things that I really want to do with this person. Hence why I only like to invite them over after like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So when I had this dilemma, I was like, okay, the pros are this is going to be moved very fast. The con is, do I also need to entertain you in the daytime as I do in the evening? Do I need to give you should we go for like a meal as a thank you? Should I offer an IOU for like a later time? Like, do I want to be seen out with you? I don't know, because I'm not really interested in dating you.
I just need to get some aromatherapy back in my life. I need to breathe back. Wow, Bree. I guess in that case, then maybe you can say, I know it's a quarantine. I can throw you maybe $50. Help me with the bike. I mean, that might
$50. $50.
I don't know because it's just I don't like, do you let him sleep over? I mean, there's a lot more to it. I'm like, does he leave after, do y'all cuddle? Does he paint your toenails? I mean, I don't understand the extent of, this late night friend, because they're tears. There are tears.
Okay, so good. I'm glad that you mentioned tears, because I'm now curious. When does a late night friend turn into more than a late night friend, like a boyfriend or like a dating friend, or like, hey, I'm going to dinner with you, and they're like tablecloths and candles and like, yes.
I think as soon as you start offering $50 to help them move your Peloton.
Okay, you know what?
I think that's a tier, first of all. Personally, I think that ain't it, that you tried to bring your late night friend to the daytime. I certainly admire your resourcefulness. I admire you're looking for strength. Pelotons are not light. They are a little heavy. But you've now crossed paths. You've now opened the door to this gentleman. Now thinks, oh, wait, I'm not just post 10 p.m. I'm now post 11 a.m. You've altered the timeline.
I guess I'm going to go with it, guys. Listen, I mean, if in like a future episode, I'm talking about my boyfriend, you guys will now know who I'm talking about. I mean, there's no going back.
A late night friend and made the mistake that our friend Brie has made, and you brought them to the daytime. Because really you're talking about bringing a vampire out into the day. What is this, Blade?
Yeah. That's how my last relationship started and ended. I think we're women. We know we want. It's 2020. I just feel like it all depends on the person. It just depends on the chemistry of the person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that late night chemistry does not go into the day. And sometimes that late night chemistry is strong enough to provide a substantial relationship. Maybe they can move, they can move the bike, that they can move you again to move the bike. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There'd be a lot of moving and shifting and swinging. I just think, if the chemistry is there, then, Brie, kudos to you. I can't say that I have the same situation. I'm slightly jealous. If it don't work for you, you know what I'm saying? If he has a cousin, let me know. I might get a bike. He can move. If you're stationary, we can figure something out.
Thank you, girl. Thank you so much.
Just making me think about how we all look at things differently. I heard this thing that said some people look at situations as pasta. It's all mixed up together. And some people look at situations as shoeboxes, right? It's all compartmentalized. Mm-hmm. I am very much in the shoebox territory. What you've done now is you've got like a whole plate of pasta in front of you. You've now mixed up things, and good luck untangling that.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm so glad that I like Italian food because I have a lot of pasta that I'm going to have to start eating. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Thank you to our guest, Kennedy of the Kennedy Administration, for joining us and bringing her thoughts in. Guys, if you've ever been in this situation and you brought a late night friend into the daytime, let us know in the comments how it went, whether they came into the light or if they had to stay in the dark, or if you're just not into it. Like, subscribe, and we will see you soon. This is Late Night in Harlem.